Today on this episode of Eye in the Sky, we have a special armored event. If you've never heard of the Battle of 73 Easting, well, you're about to see it recreated in Squad. The Battle of 73 Easting happened over 30 years ago between the coalition forces up against the Iraqis, and well, let's just say it was an absolute catastrophe for Iraqi armor. The Americans only lost one Bradley to enemy fire, whereas the Iraqis lost 160 tanks, nearly 200 APCs, a bunch of artillery, other wheeled vehicles, like 1,000 KIA. It was an absolute disaster for the Iraqis, and it has been deemed the last great tank battle of the 20th century. Now in Squad, we're obviously going to have a little more parity than the real world. It's not coalition-trained tankers up against questionably trained Iraqi tankers, but instead it's going to be about a 13 vehicle on 13 vehicle game with a mix of T-72s and T-62s for MEA on defense, whereas the Americans are going to have Abrams and 4 Bradleys. Now the goal for the Americans is to break through the tank lines of the MEA and then secure the air traffic control tower and the airstrip itself. This is a modded map, so vehicles should be able to capture the points, and even if all the vehicles aren't killed, if the Americans are able to secure those objectives, that is going to be a win for the Americans. This event is not a normal game of Squad. There are no respawns. There are no repairs. You can only use your repair kit to repair your tracks or your engines, but you can't physically go back to main to get your armor back up. You can't go back to main to get your ammo back up. So if you use all your AP rounds or you use all your heat rounds, well, that's all you got. And this should make for a very dynamic and interesting game. If you want to take part in events like this, we do it all on the potato fields. I've linked my Discord in the description below. We have squad servers, we have armor servers, and we love having these events that just bring a nice, refreshing, and different way to play the game. But enough talking, let's get into the action. Enjoy our event, the Battle of 37 Westing, based on the Battle of 73 Easting. Until next time, peace.
Before we move out, gentlemen, I'd like to remind all of you, it is not uncommon for opposing sides to fight for years for a victory that is decided in a single day, in a single moment, or a single decision. Gentlemen, in this battle, you will each be given a chance to make a play that will win this game for your team single-handedly. And in my time as commander, I have seen it proven time and time again that the team who sticks together and makes plays to outnumber the enemy will win their fights. All eyes are on us, gentlemen. I expect nothing but the most spectacular display of teamwork and heroism this game has to offer. Mount up, gentlemen.
Hey, sir!
I saw it!
All right, after some encouraging words from the U.S. commander, the army is rolling out, and oh, I love it. Abrams, Bradleys. Let's just see exactly where they're going today. And it does look like, you can see here and just double check. I think that is 9 command is, or 9, blue 9 is the command squad. So these 9 POI markers, you see they're going to take this road east, then cut down to the southeast and just kind of border the river. So that way they have, I was going to say they have a little defilade and shots already trying to pick off something from way off in the hangars. You can see the dirt kick up a couple hundred meters in front of this Bradley here, but you really don't want to smoke. There's no need to. You have a pretty decent defilade, and Bradley already taking shots at a T-72. That's a fight that you wouldn't normally want to pick, but you can see good line just keeping this column, trying to cut east as quick as possible, and just it looks like they want to move all the way to the overpass. MEA going to be defending the hangars, and they need to protect this air traffic control objective. That's the aim of the game, and with only vehicles to do so, I mean the Talil is known for just a vehicle sniper heaven. But with so many targets, it's going to be very difficult to, well, speaking of AP round, banks off of the side of the desert here. And that's also important to note.
Push along green arrow, we can come up behind them and shoot out of the hangars on the south side of the map. That is like completely undefended.
And here, command, they want to go east, wrap around, and completely wrap around and try to trap. We can see a couple tanks moving out west. You got 3 or 4 on the western side, 3 on the southern, and they're going to be trying to, honestly, they might get whoopsie-daisied here. They're going to have MEA rotating west while the Army rotates east.
It won't change how this is going to go.
But taking that flank and taking it,
that'll be great.
don't want to step over too many of these comms here, but taking this flank by force with the whole group, we can see right now on this map, MEA has had to split their forces to protect these northern hangars, so that way the Abrams and Bradleys don't run in there and then have a nice protected way to contest the airstrip. So taking it by force, moving the entire battalion around east to wrap around.
Guys, are we like rush out when we're invading?
Even if they wrap around all the way and you get some MEA tanks floating back to defend, they're just not going to have the firepower. And let's see, yep, T-72 has been tracking them. I think that's the one they called out earlier. Let's see, as they're wrapping around east, and you can see the markers. Oh, there it is. Big Grim Red 2, Red 10 with Man's Dehydrated, and Red 6 with Shrub. They are going to try to wrap around the tail end of this column. I don't know if it's going to be quick enough. We can see most of the Bradleys now have moved away. Abrams as well, nearing the overpass. And yeah, it's looking like this is. I'm surprised, honestly.
Guys, I'm thinking we modify the plan a little bit and continue all the way down along the
T-72s. You can see 3 of them just skirting the outside of that northern hangars, and the MEA.
We could split on Gastown, have a flanking force hit a Lee, and then another force hit the main airfield near the east side. Take those bunkers.
Nice column here. Wait a second. Wait, is that it? Wait, I just realized that's a fence. I'm wondering.
Looking at us, they know about our push. Oh my god.
Little crazed comms right now, but interesting modded map feature there. I believe that's the holding area for when people die, since this is a one-life event. Rounds trying to hit the tail end of the column, but it doesn't look like anyone was actually impacted. Just some nice defensive smoke.
Yes, tank mark is accurate.
All right, fan out, gentlemen. Let's wipe them out.
And the tanks are now lining up from the northern overpass, and here you go, all the way down to Gastown.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's a wide open desert.
These guys who are unprotected, then we'll keep.
Sparta, can you pull my two? All right with me.
This is giving me Battlefield 3 tank mission vibes, to be honest. Just the armored column advancing.
All right, let's let our guys in the back catch up.
You can see a little bit. They're just that one flanking group. 3 or so T-72s coming out the backside of the armored column here.
Just keep moving the column. Keep moving.
See off in the distance, way in the distance.
Eyes on enemy tank marked accurate. My move. It's following this column. Pushing gas down. Pushing gas down.
I want to say it's the one that's right in the center of our screen a little bit, a few hundred meters out.
Marked on accurate. My 2 move. Hey guys, if you start moving in the gas,
But
I have a pinch work.
sounded like Taylor was trying to take a couple of his nearby Abrams and push into Gastown so they get a little bit of cover, and we can see that T-72 now flanking around, and he gets double tracked. First shot of the game to land, and it is clinical. Second follow-up shot. Sounds like it impacts.
They have eyes on me. They're firing at me.
And ATGM going out too, and I think that actually hit the dirt very low. Rounds just going every which way. A third shot impacts. Another ATGM coming in, and T-72's on fire, and it pops. First kill of the game. T-72 with a fantastic turret toss, and we get a nice little, was that Apache flyover, just for an additional show of force. A little middle finger to the MEA troops saying, hey, we own this. Absolutely love that. A bunch of rounds coming in, and just with the fog, I guess, it's actually very difficult to see exactly where they're coming from at the moment. As if you notice, there's also a lot of map assets scattered around. And it looks like there's one just outside of northern hangars, but they're also taking this main road. ATGM coming in from the Bradley, and they did spot the one on the main road. T-72, it gets impacted right through that front plate, but he keeps on rolling.
Engage those targets now.
T-62 off to the right as well. Another ATGM coming in, and it misses. Bradley whiffs the shot. Abrams have to rotate because these Bradleys are going to be out of ATGM soon, and there it goes. Engined. Another T-72 getting torn up on the hangar's wall. Multiple shots, and there it goes. Second T-72 is down. Oh, but here we go. Was that a Bradley? I believe it was. Bradley gets picked on the eastern side, so we're now 2 T-72s to a Bradley trade, and you'll take that trade every single day. Abrams from the Gastown push, they've had to pop a little bit of defensive smoke and reposition. Phrasing. Abrams saying with everything like on me, my move mark, we need to actually see these numbers and hear these numbers. Bradley's looks like are they pushing? Bradley's are pushing the tanks. T-72 getting hit with the Bushmaster. I don't know what they're trying to do, but it's obviously not working. Bradley also gets engined as he slow rolls. I don't know what they think they're doing, but it's oh, ammo racked. Bradley. Well, interesting little push there. T-72 now has a nice little defensive Bradley wreck for him. Comms are going absolutely crazy, and it looks like right around this, Blue 10 is engaged with a T-72 right in front of him. Face to face, T-72. It's not even shooting yet. Does it not have depression? Abrams is tracked. T-72 is mobile, but hold on a second. And oh my goodness, what a play! Abrams somehow takes out a T-72 without a single round being fired. Bradley now impact from the left side as it tries to push out these. Wait a second. Do they realize that the T-72 is off to the right? I don't think they do. They just see the wreck, but no, they're running right into a T-72 and a T-62. T-62 straight, and they're trying to, oh, it's a double pop! Bradley's go down. T-72 and T-62 just tear him up, and it is a Bradley graveyard on the north side of Talil.
I'm coming to you. I would not push that.
Oh my goodness. Blue 4 out on the east side. Blue 5, their command. I think was just on command comms there, calling it, but wow. Oh, and here we go. Is that T-62
left side
has been pushed, trying to get in the backside of the tracked Abrams, but he's getting some support. Abrams gonna pop over and see T-62 banks it right off the top turret of the Abrams, and he's gonna get up close and personal, and he's absolutely executed.
He's dead, 10, thank you.
The tank on 7 move is dead.
You'll love to see the support from the Abrams, and since they're using this this north-south road, it's actually very nice. And hold on a second, another T-72. I believe that was the one that was in the Bradley graveyard a second ago. But he's actually pinning himself between a couple of vehicles here. But the Abrams just is sitting on your screen now, getting hit by T-72 rounds. They are impacting the turret. Not sure how much damage that's doing with that front armor, but hold on a second. T-72 going to get a fantastic side shot, and there it goes. Abrams is going to be picked apart here.
Squad 4 is turreted.
They have lost their turret as well, and the fire starts, and that is going to be a GG for the Abrams.
All right. T-62 and T-72 got hit very hard on 5 move.
T-72 has now split the Abrams in Abrams group in half. You have a northern push. Do you have another? I think we have another face-to-face fight here. Am I going crazy? We do. Another MEA tank goes down just within 100 meters of the Abrams on the rocks. And hold on a second, trying to actually see what tanks are alive and whatnot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or so. T-72 is now stuck kind of behind enemy lines. Thought he was going to have a nice push, but his backup got killed in the rocks here. And now you're going to have Ring Around the Rosie. T-72
My turret's pretty badly damaged.
going to push up right in the rocks where the Abrams just left.
Flankers near Ali.
Shot still going off in the south side. You hear that off in the distance, but I believe these are longer range fights. Now, the big question mark is how many rounds?
I'm gonna try my best to relieve you, Paul.
How many rounds do these tanks have left? Because this is a one life event. This is a no rearm event, no repair event, aside from your repair kits. And T-72, yep, he's actually gotten on the north side of the Abrams, and I don't think that Abrams has spotted him just yet. Oh, there we go. Oh, he dumps it short. He's given him too many chances to dial in the shots. Abrams might be able to see where he's coming from just now, and no, I think he's backing up. Another round impacts the dirt in front of him. You have an Abrams off to your left as well. Two Abrams have a chance to turn around and deal with this T-72, but it's not just happening. Abrams off the left side of your screen.
What the fuck is going on?
I think they... Oh, there it goes. Finally return fire, and this T-72 needs to back up. Gonna roll forward, try to take another shot. And that was actually a very good shot on the move, but doesn't matter. On fire. T-72 crew needs to put it out. That Abrams is pretty good, or in a pretty good spot. Just that hold down position, keeping that front turret, even though it was tracked earlier. So T-72 goes down, even though they took out, or they made the opening salvo on that one, and that is Blue 12 is tracked. 10-9. You have 3 tanks on the north side, and they're trying to collapse in on this airstrip and collapse in on this T-62. I don't think the T-62 or Abrams realizes that they're next to each other. They got a little bit of a berm. T-62 is stationary, and I don't think... There it is. T-62 whiffs it. T-72 whiffs it.
Right here, Juliet.
There's a T-72 off screen that impacted, and I believe that's the one that this Abrams... Oh, there it is. T-72 right in front and through the smoke. Now getting followed up by... And through the smoke, one more shot. Should do it. Double shots to these Abrams, and it's just crazy. This... Wait, do they not know that there's still one in the smoke? Just right in front of him in the smoke, and he's off focus as there's another tank flanking around a Gastown side. T-72 finally pops, but these Abrams took a lot of shots in extremely close range. And hold on a second, that T-72 flanked around the Abrams and took him out once again from close range. The long range of Talil has turned into pretty much a shotgun fight, knife fight. These tanks are getting up close and personal, and I think that's just because you're starting to lose your friendly tanks nearby, which means you're losing a little bit of your map awareness, your situation awareness. You're not sure, you can't see the flanks, and so you move over these little hills as an Abrams lays burning in these little hills right outside the northern airstrips. But all this little terrain makes it actually very difficult to figure out where the tanks are. And we see off in the distance, that looks like a T-62 shooting at this smoked out Abrams, and he does finish him off with that fire going. You know, it's just a matter of time before he landed a shot and finished it. So the northern flank is starting to get exposed. T-62 coming around the backside, and another T-62 actually burning, ammo racked out at Gastown, and that should have stopped. I think that was the only remaining MEA tank on the eastern side. And nice little turret toss there. Yeah, we do have 2 tanks, it looks like. Hold on, what squads we got? Blue 5, Blue 3 on the northern side. A little bleak. Well, I mean, they've done a lot better than I think we thought they were going to do.
3 of us just push on the point right now, like we can do our last push. We killed a lot of them, by the way.
Yeah, we need
so
to.
They should be
we
low
should
as well.
probably flank. Maybe we flank, go back towards main, and come down through Iraqi. I It sounds like the best play. I think if we push that east side, we're kind of fucked because they're already holding for us.
And
10
what
just
is...
got wiped.
Did we... Oh, it looks like right from point blank range, T-72
I'm moving west.
just
I'm
one or
moving west.
two
We can
shots
disengage and move
that
west.
third
Try and at
Abrams.
least get a better angle.
Okay, copy, copy.
I'm holding my silo. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. We're waiting for 5, and then we're gonna move west. We're gonna move west, northwest. We're getting flanked.
T-62 just lurking on the hill. And you should be able to hear the
North is
Abrams
possible.
engine.
Watch this angle.
You should also be able to
Over
hear the T-62
Move
engine. And no, Abrams rolling right through because they wanted to group up and push. And he gets shot by that T-62 just by the pipes. And T-62 changes targets, and he might pay for that one. T-62 unable to get another pick. He does cause that Abrams that took him out to get a fire going, but you can see crew spill out. They're going to get that fire stopped, and it is the remaining tanks now for the Americans right in front of you. T-72, you can see just crested the hill.
Something's pushing us from the west-southwest 10. Something's pushing us.
And they say west-southwest, which is out here. I think
I'm
they're...
almost
I think he means east-southeast. Because we're seeing... you got 2 tanks for MEA on the south. Well, it's actually a 2-on-3 at the moment. 2 Abrams against, I believe, 2 T-72s and a T-62. Could be 3 T-72s, though. T-62s may have all died. Kind of like the Bradleys, far weaker in this position. But T-72...
We're mobile, moving west.
And I'm wondering, are either one of them going to be able to get a shot through here? T-72, I think, just saw the tail end of this Abrams, but he's around the backside, and shots go in. Did he miss? It sounds like he...
I'm looking to help, looking to help.
It sounded like he actually impacted the Abrams armor, but I'm not quite sure what happened.
It sounded more...
Oh, I think he's using heat rounds. He might be out of AP in that heat round into the track. But that heat round is not going to be able to do much damage at all. You can see the explosions, a much different type of explosion than the AP. And that isn't doing much damage at all. That front plate of the Abrams just soaking in that heat round. And there it goes. T-72 is out of AP. Has to rely on the heat. And when you do that, you actually need to flank around. You want to get on that. Oh, another one. T-72. T-72 and T-62. Now it's a 2-on-2. Abrams dumps a shot close. T-62 also misses, but the Abrams from the top deck knocks him out. T-62 is down, and now it's just a T-72. I believe this is the only tank left in the game now for MEA. And what was a 3-on-2 is now a 2-on-1 in favor of the Americans. And yes, that is the last tank for MEA. Oh my goodness.
I'm cutting down into my move mark, and then I'm gonna go direct south.
T-72 might have an opportunity to catch them on the backside. But no, he's using that incredibly fast reverse speed for the T-72s to slowly back up. If you want to move in a T-72, flip that boy around and just send it going forward. You do not want to be reversing, especially if you think you're in a relatively safe position but need to move somewhere quickly. Reverse speed just not a T-72's forte here. T-72 going to slowly... Yeah, you can see just as a command comms going off, they want to cut through, I believe, this road here and cut through their rocky hangars, get to that point, and then cap it.
1 AP.
The down to 1 AP round.
If you have more AP, just provide cover. I'm gonna try and track things far from the point. Just get in the point.
No, we don't live heats. We don't live HG. We're basically on the same fucking level.
Alright, well.
So we have 2 Abrams tanks and only 1 AP round between the two. You got to make that count. I would be surprised if this T-72 also doesn't have similar ammo. And he's just still holding that eastern flank. I mean, at this point, you gotta try to play defense a bit. Abrams cutting through the hangars, and are they going to just make a mad sprint to air traffic control? This is where you can get picked off. T-72 at this point, you know air traffic control is the objective.
Alright, I'm hitting the airfield right now.
Oh, and they're going to send it. Yeah, that T-72 honestly should have flipped around instead of reversing and then gotten to the tail end. We can see, I'm trying to see if he's moving. No, he's slowly cutting west. See if we can catch him as he peeks out. Here, there he is. Yeah, no, you needed to flip around, cut straight south, because those Abrams, the only way that they could get across this airfield was the crossings in the middle of a rocky hangar, and here you go. You would have had a perfect shot on the side skirts. So even if you did have heat, nice little side shots for the Abrams here, as they're just going to roll right on through to the objective. And unless the T-72 can pull off something crazy, this is going to offer them plenty of cover and concealment, and T-72 is still just slowly going up and around. Airfield is going to be secured by the Abrams. Americans, I believe, I don't actually know if the mod we have allows vehicles to capture the objectives. You can see the capture area just flash on your screen there for a second, the rectangular prism. But it's just this, pretty much the fobbed in area.
Hold what you got. We're capping.
They are capping.
Copy.
And we're not seeing it on either way. Maybe it's hey, it's a squad mod, right? Nothing's perfect. Either way, a couple minutes or so to cap, so admins may just be tracking that since it is an event here. But Americans in a very good position to just kind of hold. And the Abrams in front of us still has its engine on. Abrams behind us actually cut its engine to prevent that sound. And that is a good call. T-72 finally starting to move in. And I'm just not sure if they're going to have the time.
Did not hear that.
Going to be a little bit of a waiting game.
I might have just... No, maybe not. It's a dead one.
They're seeing things. T-72 slowly peeking out. And you should be able to see that smoke. I mean, both these tanks are heavily damaged. Really just one AP round from anyone at this stage, I think will end the game. T-72 is, I think, being way too slow on this one. Also cut its engine.
Nah, fuck.
They
Nah,
know.
don't. Just fucking drive us onto the airfield at this point. Alright.
Yeah, I mean.
Alright, you made your thing. Now we're gonna get fucking turreted. In our first shot. Yep.
Absolutely love it. T-72 says, hey, you know what? I mean, the game is very close to being over. I don't know where they're at. Supposedly they're capping, so let's just go. Let's just go check them out. But T-72, you need to stay aware. I'd be staring straight at that air traffic control tower.
They're gonna be like right behind those Strauss. They're not. I just checked.
They're on the point. Push the point, T-72.
Contact East My 107. Southeast the band in Soviet.
And you should be able to hear them now as we have a nice flyover A-10s.
You wanna get fucking airstrike? Like what? Alright, yeah, I'll go on my...
Here you go. Takes a shot to let everyone know where they're coming from.
Alright.
He's way out there. That's not at me.
Oh, they actually didn't... Wait, he's way out there? I think they took the impact of the round instead of where the round came from. T-72 is going to... Oh, no! Way to end it. Abrams going to get a perfect shot on him, and the 1-2 punch smokes the wrong side, and Abrams mopping up the game here on air traffic control. There it goes. T-72 goes down, and the Americans have won. Wow, defensive.
Good shit.
I mean, the defensive T-72s, I thought were going to be able to just pick apart the Abrams, but no. The U.S. managing to pull off a huge win just at the end, turning a 2-on-3 into a 2-on-1. pushing to the point and forcing that T-72 into a horrible position. Tickets don't matter. Look at that timeline. But both teams just GG's. Americans obviously coming in clutch at the end. Absolutely wonderful game to watch. Geez.